To live is to be musical. Everything living has a rhythm. Do you feel your music? These are the words spoken by the acclaimed king of pop, Michael Jackson. And if anyone has a compelling response with this question, it's Caitlin Chewy, a woman of culture, experience, and especially music. If we were to dive into the culture of Caitlin's life, we would find ourselves in a small town that goes by the name of Lompoc. It's just a ways up north here in California. Although Caitlin was born in Cheyenne, Wyoming, she has spent most of her life living in Lompoc before making her way down to California. And as a child of a mother who was Filipino and a father who was both Japanese and Chinese, she's had the opportunity to dive into her own ethnic background and go further into her own culture. Her opportunities for this are most influential as she would return to Hawaii each year with her family. It's because her parents were both born and raised in Hawaii, and their relatives still live there today. It was her father's work in the Air Force that brought them out to California. But this does tailor into Caitlin's unique experience of living on an Air Force base from the moment she moved to California at age 3 to the end of her middle school experience. The Vandenberg Air Force Base. While her parents taught classes on the Air Force Base, Caitlin would love to enjoy a moment of scenery as she would watch rocket launches directly from her house. She would watch these rockets fly overhead and feel the same level of awe and inspiration that David Bowie felt in his song, Space Oddity. In his song, David Bowie sings, "I think my spaceship knows which way to go." Caitlin knows just where hers is going. And this is especially apparent as she strives to hold the same level of musical drive that David Bowie once did and other contemporary artists today still do. Caitlin's been absorbing music for most of her life. This began as she would discover her parents' favorite musicians of their time and contemporary artists of today that continue to excite her. As a musician focusing on vocal work, Caitlin enjoys singing for others. This includes singing in her family band where her vocals would shine over the instrumentation of her father and her little brother. But one of her favorite memories of singing is when she sang Christmas carols at a senior living center. One woman was moved so immensely by Caitlin's voice that she personally thanks Caitlin for bringing a missing piece back into her life, music. See, this woman's husband played in a band, but after he passed away, she had difficulty listening to music as it was once such an important aspect of her life. But this woman wanted every bit of music back into her life after hearing Caitlin's voice. And it's clear why Caitlin has worked her way to Pepperdine through music. Michael Jackson would be proud of Caitlin's musical life. She found a rhythm early, has kept her tempo up ever since. Caitlin Chewy's life of culture, experience, and music is one that continues to find new excitement each day. Turning back to our spaceman, David Bowie, in Space Oddity, he paints a beautiful picture of an experience as he sings, "The stars look very different today." Caitlin's stars, in fact, look very different today. And they will tomorrow, and they will the next day, and they just won't stop.